Good afternoon, Ujjwal. How are you today?
Good, sir. Yourself?
Yeah, not that bad. Are you aware we are here for a competency unit MEM 11011 undertaking manual handling? Are you ready for that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, before we start, let me pre-brief you. So, what we are doing and how we are doing.
Okay.
So, the purpose of this unit of competency is to understand manual handling and undertake assignment according to workplace rules and regulation to minimize time loss and prevent injuries.
Okay.
The deadline of this program is for 2 days with 20-minute slot. You have to perform all units of competency, including question answering, that's knowledge based, scenario based, and performance based. If you are competent, you will be get a certificate of competency in the said unit of competency, and you will be ready to work as an expert manual handler.
Okay.
And if you are not competent, there are 2 or 3 procedure. You may re-roll yourself for the same in the future, or you may appeal on a form which is available on the RTO website.
Okay.
To be considered by some other assessor, or you may request for a change of assessor for your assessment.
Okay.
Are you happy with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, before we start, can you please tell me if you need any LLM help, that is linguistic language or numerology, or you can understand everything what I am speaking?
Yes, I'm comfortable.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so we have some WHS issues here. There are some furniture. You can see there's a lot of furniture around you.
Yeah.
So when walking around, you have to make sure you didn't trap there, and it will cause injuries.
Yeah.
And a kitchen is just in front of us. You may have your water, coffee, or tea if you wanna be.
Yeah.
The toilet is on the right corner. So if you wanna go to toilet, just let me know if you wanna some break or something.
Okay.
And are you happy with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. As for the privacy policy is concerned, this is according to the government regulation. All information you are providing, we will keep in secure hand, and no other than your assessor or your trainer have the access to your all the documentation and your evidences.
Yeah.
Or it's and is your responsibility as a candidate to submit all the documents which should be authentic,
Yeah.
real, and should be your own. And we have the right to do the third party reporting if need be, like your resume, or are you happy with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So to complete this competency, so we need all the assessment should be continuous, on-site training observation, short question answer, that's for the knowledge based evidences, and scenario based.
Okay.
So I told you that about competency if not competent, and yes, I told you everything. You do not need any LLM help or anything like that.
No.
So yes, I told you that too. Yes, yeah, that's all for the pre-briefing. Now, are you ready for assessment of this unit of competency, that is MEM 11011 undertaking manual handling?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we will meet in another session with the assessment tools.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Ujjwal. Welcome back to this assessment. So first we will do the knowledge base evidences, in which I will ask you some questions. So you have to answer all these questions. Then we will do some scenario based training and some performance evidences. So are you ready with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So just explain me two way to determine the exact weight of an object. So how we can estimate what the exact weight of the object.
Yeah. So one way is to we can see material level.
Hmm.
Ask
Yeah.
your supervisor
Mm-hmm.
or see the instruction book.
Mm-hmm.
Or the second way, look the label
Uh-huh.
and estimate weight by touching it.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Touching, yeah, that's great. That's
Mm.
great. Okay, so describe two type of injuries which could be resulted for incorrect lifting techniques.
Mhm. Yeah, one can be back injury, the other can be strain or stress on your back while lifting incorrectly.
Oh, that's great. And uh, there is no longer a national standard for object lifting.
Mm.
In a record to lifting, list two factors that may need to be taken into consideration when lifting weight in your workplace.
Yeah. So you should always read SOPs before start of a job
Yeah.
and wear proper PPE so you are visible and you have all the proper clothing according to the site.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so identify two safe work practice or procedure relevant to manual handling at your workplace. What are those?
One is obviously your PPEs
Mm-hmm.
and other one is your work manuals. So
Okay,
you should always look around for safe and uneven surface as well.
okay, yeah, yeah. So when you are working in your factories or at your workplace, you may face lot of sign and boards
Yeah,
which are describing different things.
yeah.
Can you please tell me? I will show you a. Okay, so this is the sign. Can you explain me what these signs meant for?
It's a heavy material sign and don't handle manually. Ask for proper help or use proper mechanical devices to move the object.
Okay, that's great. And there is another sign here. So, what does it mean?
It's a caution sign, and you should always wear proper PPE and follow workshop instructions. Wear headgears and always cautious of moving objects around.
Okay, so can you please describe three different communication techniques that you could use when undertaking a manual handling task in your workplace?
You can ask your supervisor. You can read the instruction and use safety tools. You should always talk in plain English, discuss with peer, and explain a mode of action.
Okay, so where you place material on a moving equipment?
Um, you can have a secure area, follow job card, mark area, and mark path of movement.
So yeah, that's great. How to read material?
Follow workshop instructions, ask for equipments, read the manual, ask help if required, and consult the senior or supervisor.
Yeah, that's great. Uh, how to store safely relocated material?
Look for safe handling methods, clear the way, follow marked pathway, unload the designated um, area,
Mm-hmm.
workshop manuals, look out for SOPs, ask supervisor about safe storage.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I am happy with this your knowledge test. You answer all the question in correct way. So let's go to the third part of this assessment, that is scenario based. In this assessment, I will ask you to uh, manually handle some objects. So I just want to know the techniques or the method you use to uh, relocate or move that material.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
Yes, yes, I'm fine.
Thank you. Hi Ajal, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, are you ready for a scenario based assessment for your unit of competency
Yes.
in manual handling?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with in this assessment. I will give you an object to lift,
Yeah.
and you have to lift it safely and place on that the place which is designated.
Mm-hmm.
And the sub object is this, and where you wanna put this is on this chair, and there are few obstacle in between.
Yeah.
So you have to place this object onto that designated area. So are you ready with for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the object.
Mm-hmm.
So can you please tell me how you can estimate the weight of this object?
There's different ways. First, I can look at the size of the object, and by second way is by feeling it, if it's movable, or do I need any other equipment because if it's heavy, or ask help. But it looks like I can move it easily with my hands, and I can lift the object and keep to the designated area. First of all, I'll look the area, the pathway as well, if it's clear or not. I can see there's three objects in front of the designated area. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to clear the other objects. If it's movable, then I'll easily bend down on my knees, putting my back straight, moving the object on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And the shoes, I mean, I can lift it either by proper bending, or I can just use my legs to move it. This thing it's movable easily. I can feel it, so I can move this and keep it aside. The object which I have to move, obviously I have to use proper posture, and I'll be using proper PPE, my shoes, high waist if needed and stuff, and lift, bending my back, keeping my knees straight, and lifting it without having a strain. Lift it and put it on the designated area, and see if it's secure and not falling on anybody, or having an impact on anything else.
Okay, so what is the maximum height of a weight which you can lift?
On your waist level,
Mm-hmm.
till your waist level, you can always, and if it's safer to do so, yeah.
Okay, so I think so. If the material is too heavy, what will you do?
I'll ask my supervisor for the help. I'll use proper tool if needed. If it's too heavy to move around. If I can move if I can't move the object, obviously I'll use the proper tools and ask my supervisor.
Okay, Ojal. Thank you for your time. I had checked you answered all the questions, so you are competent on knowledge criteria, and I checked your performance. I declare you competent in that too, and on scenario training you did a fantastic job. So congratulations. I declare you competent in MEM 11011 undertaking manual handling. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Ujjwal. How are you today?
Good.
So you are aware that we are assessing you for BSBITU 111, that is use of digital device at workplace.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before we start, let me explain something. So the reason and purpose of this competence based scenario